Good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of Conscious Stating Online with Francis Mahan. Happy New Year to all of you, my audience. May you conquer health, happiness, stability, resiliency, compassion, kindness, and love with yourself and others. This past year has been one of the most critical years of our lives since 1944 or 2008. We have been tested, we have been asked to endure the improbable. Isolation is not an easy thing. It separates us from that deep connection to the ones we love, to the ones we don't know, and the ones we wish we knew. As for dating, it has been a lesson to be learned. It has taught us how to be celibate, how to evaluate ourselves and the people that we wish to connect with. I personally have to say that it has been a lesson unlike anyone I have ever learned. Of course, at my age, past 60, it is different dating than when I was 20 and 30. Although by 30, I was already married. But it has been a lesson that I wasn't expecting to learn because things are different. We are different. Men are different. Women are different. And as my book, Artificial Intelligence and the Future of Us, says, we are moving at the speed of light. It is obvious that the internet and telecommunication is changing us, is changing our perception about reality, is changing the way our children communicate and connect with others, and even their emotional well-being. It has been a year where we have been tested to see how much compassion we have for ourselves and others, to see how deeply we know ourselves, and to find out the foundation of our relationship with our loved ones, with our families, with our spouse, our children, and acquaintances. We have begun to learn how to be patient with others, not so much because of the pandemic, but because as human beings, we are required to have compassion and be understanding towards others instead of judging. Nonetheless, we have been confronted with quite a variety of personality, of behavior, of emotional explosion, and the unfortunate truth of Black Lives Matter. So much have happened that is teaching us to be resilient, but at the same time, to be awakened and open our eyes to the reality of what is. I believe the pandemic has revealed the truth about a lot that was hidden that we didn't know. People that had piled up feelings and emotions that were hidden from us, and suddenly, because of certain situation, exploded and let themselves be known in every aspect of life. Not so much racial. We have begun to test our faith. How deep do we have faith in what we believe in, our religion, our God, our prayers, our meditation. But most of all, we have learned in this past year, since March or December, when we found out about COVID-19, how to make ourselves connect with the one, the self, the I am. For some people, this has been a very frustrated time because they do not know how to remain silent within, how to connect with their true core, with their heart. Be silent, have time for you, and to retrieve in moments when you wish to either cry, explode, be angry, resentful, express your hate. Nonetheless, as a result of this pandemic and the lack of concrete foundation in relationship, we have seen a lot of divorces, a lot of fight, a lot of separation. But at the same time, we have seen family come closer together. This time have taught them that life is limited, that we are here today and we can be gone tomorrow, and it can be any one of us. This pandemic has no mercy, no color differentiation, no race, no location. It just hit and you are done. And this brings me to one question, and I know this conversation is about relationship and dating. To the fact of the new pandemic, the new variant, the new infection of agent that has risen, which no one can explain. We are not to worry any further about this new variant of infectious virus or agent. It is the continual of the first virus. But the question is, if the virus is a mutant and the mutant can only expand and grow and spread through live cells, how is it that some people have survived and not recreated a new variant, and others whose immune system was weak were not able to survive? Therefore, that mutant variable infection that is here now could not have possibly survived in someone that was weak nor strong, because there is no evidence that the new virus is still alive in someone that became a recipient of the virus but survived. So where does it come from if it has to be mutated through life cells? That is a question I want to leave you with. Think about that. On the basis of conscious dating, not only have we learned the value of men and women during this time, because we have been tested to communicate merely through dating sites. Unfortunately, we are not able to sit down in public places and meet strangers. Not if you don't want to risk your life. Because the truth is, I will not die for someone I don't know. I don't believe I want to risk my life for someone whose background or careless disregard may affect me with a virus. Therefore, I'll remain distant. However, in the beginning of the virus, I took the chance to visit with a few people, nothing concrete, nothing intimate. And the truth is that what I learned surprises me. I was not ready to experience what I did. How men have changed, and so have women. Because I must admit myself that I have changed through experience, maturity, and understanding of what is and what is not good for me. Or perhaps, what is it that I want? Because one of the most essential questions we should ask ourselves when visiting with strangers that we don't know, what is it that I am looking for in this person or in myself to offer this individual? What can I offer? What do I want? What would make me happy? And after visiting with a few partners on a website, I realized I did not find what I was looking for. However, it gave me the experience to learn how to evaluate myself, not to give in easily into opportunities because they're there, but to evaluate what is it that your partner is looking for. Is he in to a relationship? Is he in just for the moment? Or is he looking for pleasure? And the truth is that unfortunately, I found out that most of them were looking for pleasure. They will say they were looking for relationship, but their intentions spoke for themselves. So lesson learned, and my writing went on with my conscious dating site about my experiences and people I met and how things are different and how we have changed and how they have changed, the opposite sex, and what are the expectations in relationship. Things are completely different than they were before I dated years ago. In conclusion, I would like to say that it has been valuable, regardless of any experience or any disappointment from myself or others. All experiences are valuable and they have something to teach us. They have something of value that we can learn and take with us into our next search, into our next encounter, into our next possibility of choosing what we are looking for, to be more thorough, to be more resilient, and to understand that regardless of how things have changed or what is going on out there, there will be those who are thinking alike, like myself, like you, like someone else who desires something of concrete value, something with foundation, not just fly by night encounter and relationship. The more we understand what is it that we want, the more we let go and not judge what is available because there is something for everyone. The better we are and the better opportunity to open the door to be able to find what is it that you, I, or anyone is looking for. Not only is important to have the power and the ability to say no when you have to, but it is important to be resilient and to be open-minded about what do I want in a relationship, because that is very important. Do not settle. I will not settle for what I don't want. I do not wish misery. I have learned from past relationship what misery and unhappiness is, and I do not wish to bring that into my next relationship. I'll wait. Time is here, and so am I. Thank you for listening once again to this video about conscious dating online and a little bit about the pandemic and how to handle relationships online and offline during the pandemic. Have a wonderful year and blessings to everyone. Love and light. Goodbye.